Welcome to Family Heals Special Edition. Today we have another we're going top five today. We're doing top five favorite tag teams. This is the same thing as before. We're not. This is just what our favorite as far as if we connected with them in some way, if we like their work, not who they are as people, or it's all character based.
Right. I don't know a lot of tag teams.
That's why we made it five.
Yes.
Because I could have had 10 so easy.
Especially in the era I watched, tag team wrestling was kind of an afterthought a lot of the time. It's making a comeback now.
Yeah, and you'll see I got a couple on here that obviously from the era I started watching made an impact on me. But there were so many back then, it's kind of hard to choose. If you see my notes here, I wrote some down, got rid of some, added some. So this was a difficult one to narrow down five for me. But you want to go first? Or you want me
to? I'll go first. Why not? So my number five is the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker.
I can't remember that. Or was this from watching?
This wasn't really from watching. This was from like playing video games and that kind of thing. But it just seemed like a cool pairing.
It was.
Whenever they were together.
It was.
I don't know if they ever won any titles. I don't think so.
I want to say they won one maybe tag team championship.
Yeah, but it's just a fun pairing, those two together.
It was. Brothers, you can't go wrong.
Correct, and that's a theme on my list.
Oh, okay.
Because next up at number 4 is the Hardy Boys.
Oh, I almost put that one down.
Yeah, Matt and Jeff. Just a pretty cool pairing once again. Jeff was the one that would jump off of everything, and Matt was there to hang out.
Yep.
Not much to say. They won plenty of titles.
They sure did. And
Yes.
then their comeback at WrestleMania was insane. The crowd reaction to that.
Yep.
Even me, I went nuts.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys.
Yeah. So, and they're still trying to do it. They're not.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
I know Jeff still is.
They were up until recently. I don't watch much of it, but I saw them a couple times in the past, maybe late last year. So.
Next up is D-Generation X, specifically the Shawn and Hunter pairing.
Yeah. See, the big rub about that one is they didn't tag much.
No, they didn't. I'm thinking of like the mid 2000s
when they came back. Yeah. Okay, that's when you would
watch. Because that's when I saw them.
I got you.
Their thing.
That makes more sense.
I never watched them in the
with China
era that was. Yeah,
Rick Rude. Yeah.
No,
okay.
I didn't have China. I had Hornswoggle.
Okay.
So yeah, they were pretty funny. Even
they
then.
were.
At least when I was a kid, they were funny. I don't know if that aged very well.
You'd have to watch again.
Yeah, and I'm not going to. Okay. So quit asking.
I'm not going to. So quit asking.
Yeah, we don't have to rewatch these guys. This is just I don't rewatch any of these people. I just remember them how I remember them.
Yeah. Number 2 is The New Day.
Okay.
I love The New Day.
Okay. That was one of those rare ones where they had 3.
Yeah. I was debating whether or not that counts, but I decided it does.
I would say since they have won world titles, then they were tag team.
Yeah. Yeah. Always entertaining. Big E, Xavier, Kofi. And then they won plenty of titles too, and they would always use was it the Freebird rule or whatever? They could sub in and out.
Good job. Yeah, I didn't think you'd know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they would just sub each other in and out for whatever title defense they felt like doing.
Yep.
Number 1 is Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
I almost put them on my list.
Yep. No, they're number 1, just because whenever I think of tag team, they're the first one I think of, based on when I grew up, and even recently up until 6 months ago or whatever.
Yep.
Whenever that happened.
I agree.
Yeah, that's my list.
That's your list. That's a good list.
Yes.
My list goes a little farther back.
I'm sure it does. I'm looking at it right here.
All right. So my list, we're going to start with number 5. We're going to go the Outsiders, Hall and Nash. Obviously,
WCW.
WCW. Yep. They made it cool again, as somebody would say. When they broke in WCW and they were just themselves. and they started tagging and winning titles. It was just and they had fun. You could tell. And WCW is different. Apparently, there's a lot more freedom, so they got to say and do a lot more they didn't get to do when they were Razor Ramon and Diesel. So, yeah, they were pretty cool. Especially at that age I was at the time. So, yep. So after that, another WCW tag team, the Steiner Brothers, and I've sent him many videos of the Steiner
Rick and
Brothers,
Scott.
and they were awesome. My tag teams, I always liked the bigger guy and the quicker guy. Now they didn't really have that. They had the bigger guy and the slightly smaller guy, but they weren't really. There wasn't really that one quick guy who'd run around. I guess they say that with the Outsiders too, but Kevin Nash made Scott Hall look so small, even though he was like 6'7". It kind of gave you that impression. But yeah, the Steiners were just ridiculous. If you never watched them, you probably should. If you like tag team wrestling, they did so much. They were just great to watch. Powerful, and yeah, it was insane. They won a lot of titles, obviously too. But yeah. So number 3, New Age Outlaws.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah. So they were cool with. I liked them better before they joined DX though. When they were just on their own. That's when I really started to like them, and they were kind of goofing off and kind of saying "f you" to everybody, and everybody hated them. That's when I liked them. So, yep, that's my number 3. Number 2, which is some of you do know but probably never seen, is Demolition.
Yes, I have seen them. Old. Wizard Roll.
You saw them in December of last year, so
Yes.
yes, pretty old. It was all the face paint and the intensity. They were also just 2 big guys that just kind of beat everybody. And obviously, the team I don't have on this list, everybody, that's who they're just compared to, is the Legion of Doom, Road Warriors. Why I don't have them on this list? I didn't get to see them that much until they were in WWE. And then they were pretty washed up, I guess you could say. Their second run. The first one wasn't bad. You had to pick one. You had to either pick Demolition or the Road Warriors. And I stuck with Demolition. So, and maybe it's because they were always bad guys too. I don't know. I like that for some reason. So I even used to paint my face at my mom's house, Nana's house, as Smash. I used to take her makeup and do the yeah. So this was before the beard, obviously. Yeah. My number 1 and all-time favorite were the British Bulldogs. Dave Boy Smith, Dynamite Kid.
No.
No? Okay.
I've heard the names.
Yeah, so
They're not talked about much, it seems.
they're not because of Dynamite Kid's issues, and Dave Boy Smith, they left very not on good terms, I guess you could say. So yeah, they're my top tag team. Dynamite Kid was unbelievable. If you ever saw clips of him, just the snap suplex, everything he did was just so fast and quick and ridiculously good. And Dave Boy Smith was just the powerhouse. And that's where I got into the quicker guy, stronger guy dynamic, because that's what they were. But yeah, they were my all-time favorite. Mostly when they were heels, when they were faces, and they had Matilda, a bulldog they'd bring to the ring. It wasn't so much. I wasn't so much on board with that one, but they were really, really good. So, yeah, that's my top 5. Obviously, I'm gonna get some heat from somebody I know who lives in New York about Heart Foundation not being on this list. But yeah, so we'll get to that. Or we'll see that in the comments.
Yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, that's our top 5.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
top 5
Nothing-
tag teams. Like I
nothing
said, tag
crazy.
team. Yeah, division now is just kind of there. It's not really out
Yeah, no
front.
one really thinks about tag teams much. At least when I grew up, no one really. Everyone kind of stopped caring.
Right.
There'd be a good one every once in a while, but
Yeah, but
Edge and Christian,
yeah, so this was our quick top 5 because I saw everybody, at least from what we see, the top 10 favorite wrestlers got a lot of views. So we thought maybe another top 5, top 10. We're gonna keep trying to figure out what top we're gonna do next. So if you got any suggestions, throw it in the comments. Otherwise, follow. We are the Family Heels at
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, others. What was the other one? TikTok.
Spotify.
TikTok and Spotify.
Yep, we're everywhere. We're trying to be everywhere.
And find us wherever.
Yeah, we're trying. So
Doing our best.
Yes. Thank you
So
for
like
watching.
subscribe, you know?
Yeah, please help us out here. Father, son, there's not many of these duos out there.
No.
Yeah, so we're original.
When we win tag team titles, it's over for everybody else. We're not giving them up.
Well, I'm coming up on 50. We better do this quick.
Yeah, you're right. All right, well, thank you for watching.
Thank you.